Hi, my name is Alexis Hagman, and I chose to study disaster management in Cuba. Due to Cuba's geographical location, the country is most affected by intense hurricanes. Cubans have been hit by some of the most notorious hurricanes, and although they resulted in very few casualties, they have helped to shape the mitigation measures and disaster preparedness strategies of the country. It wasn't until the passing of Hurricane Charley that many Cubans were brought to their attention two different challenges that the country faced. One of the concerns was the storm's ability to enter the island and actually intensify as it crossed the land. Another concern was the inconvenient timing of the hurricane, in which many Cubans were on vacation, which meant that there were less people available to take on special tasks and preparedness measures. This reinforced the importance of public participation and education, as well as revealed areas that needed improvement, such as electricity, delivery of water, improvement of plans, and the building of resistant housing. The implementation pattern is facilitated by the legislation and national leadership from the top down. The national, provincial, municipal, and local levels are all involved. It's important to note that the national and local government do work closely together. There is a four-phase program implemented in Cuba's disaster management and planning program. It's the informative phase, which just lets Cubans know that there is a looming hurricane, and that goes off about 2 days prior to the hurricane. There's also the alert phase that is initiated when the hurricane is certain to hit and lets Cubans start preparing for evacuation. The alarm phase happens when the hurricane has hit, and it is followed by the immediate effect phase, and that lets Cubans know to start evacuating and moving to higher grounds. There are many people involved in disaster management in Cuba. A majority of it is maintained at the community level with education, community organization, social capital, and family level preparedness. The National Forecast Center is responsible for issuing early advisory warnings just to keep everyone informed and know what's going on. And then disaster mitigation is really the joint efforts of civil defense, meteorologists, public administrators, etc. There are a few potential obstacles to effective disaster management, and these include the fact that evacuation is optional. There are a lot of people that live along the coastal regions with no elevation and inadequate housing to withstand some of the high winds and hard rains of these hurricanes. A lot of the duties of local leaders and those involved are not clearly outlined, which can lead to chaos and confusion in the wake of an actual disaster. It's also important to note that there is a slight disregard for those in poor urban areas, and particularly the advantaged and isolated. So Hurricane Wilma hit in 2005, and it really showed the importance of forecasting and the importance to focus on flooding, because this hurricane brought a lot of flooding that the country wasn't prepared for, and that allowed the country to implement this flooding into future plans for disaster mitigation and preparedness. And then Hurricane Flora also emphasized the importance of having written plans and annual training programs so that the community can be well prepared and informed for future disasters. Here are my references. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. Thank you for listening.